cause we they outshine you. I don't want to harm you. No be threatening at the truth at the young you. Before my fans go gather up and do you. They got things saying I'm all the way down you. I'ma know they fear you. You wanna cross my path, I will dare you. Always in front, but I see you with my rear view. No, they worry, cause I always got a clear view. Ooh, like a lion, I'ma tame you. Like a dog, I'ma train you. And if you misbehave, I'ma chain you. And if I change you, what do you go do? I start turn change my water to wine. You won't come change them back to water. When the person with the thing say if you stop my shine, for your mind down, I don't turn to water. Now move on, now move on, now move on.
Okay, this is Premium Banter, and we're here for it this wonderful Super Tuesday morning. Perhaps 1, 2, 3 seasons ago, Liverpool were singing this kind of song, but things are so different for them 2022-2023 season. If you check some of their results this season, there was a time that they defeated Bournemouth 9-0. And then, of course, at some point, they took hold of Manchester United and they completely destroyed them 7-0. Last night, it was the turn of Leeds United. 6-1 routing away from home. And then that leaves the question, why is Liverpool still rotated 8th position on the table and 37 points behind the league leaders Arsenal, even though they have one more game to play? What do you think is wrong with Jurgen Klopp's team? Well, you can be part of this by going straight to our Facebook fan page this morning where we are streaming. The ID is Splash 105.5 FM Ibadan. Splash 105.5 FM Ibadan. A very wonderful Tuesday morning. It's the 18th day in the month of April, year 2023. Welcome on board Sports Bang this day. If you check the time, it's about 27 minutes before 8 o'clock, and I'm so delighted to be reporting for duty again on Sports Bang, where we bring you the best and the latest in the world of sports. My name is Tunde Olawuwo. Monday night football, it was Liverpool 6. Leeds United 1. Also, we had games in the Italian Serie A. You get to know about it. And the Spanish La Liga as well. Somebody is hungry. The president of Barcelona, Juan Laporta, tears into Real Madrid for leading campaign against Barcelona. But you shouldn't be surprised. They are rivals, and that's what rivals do. You know, if possible, try to pull...
Advantage. Whatever gives you advantage.
Whatever gives advantage. And tonight, we get to see two teams that will be playing in the semi-finals of the Champions League this year. Remember, it's the 10th of June. That's when the Champions League final will happen. Also, some bits to talk about. Premier League team of the season. What's your take? This and more you'll be getting on Sports Bank today. Don't forget that the BBC Premier League updates is also on standby for your listening pleasure. Once again, you can stream live on our Facebook fan page, Splash 105.5 FM Ibadan. Drop your take. Let us know what you think, especially with regards to Liverpool this season. I mean, their results have been erratic. One day they go gung-ho, destroying teams, and then for 5-6 games, they seem not to understand where the net or the goalposts is. Is there something that Jurgen Klopp is saying in some match days that is missing out on some other days? Or you think it's generally a problem with the squad, or maybe a mentality issue? You know, sometimes when you have performed at a certain level for a certain number of years, you may not be able to replicate it at some point. We'd like to know what you think about all of this. Well, I'm not riding alone. You know, it's Tuesday, so Blessing Fowo has got to be in the building, and she's right here. Blessing, how are you?
I'm fine, Tunde. Good morning to you. I am excited as well to be on the ride for Sports Bank this morning. Good morning to our listeners. Super Tuesday morning, and a lot to discuss. And I like the fact that we're starting with Liverpool this morning for a team that has been... they felt like they were on the up for the past 4 or 5 years. They played with so much intensity. The question was, who was going to be able to stop Liverpool. And of course, Manchester City were the only team that felt like they had the key, they had the answer to Liverpool. But at this point, it is Liverpool themselves who have stopped their progress. And maybe this also has to do a bit with Jurgen Klopp and the kind of decisions that he's made over the years. And I mean, everything coming together at this point in the season for them. But like you said, like you asked, I mean, when is it going to change? When is it going to stop? I mean, what could exactly be the issue for them? It's a big question, and I'm hoping that our listeners can be able to help us provide answers to this morning.
It almost feels like some days Jurgen Klopp is managing, some other days it is a combination of Frank Lampard and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer managing.
I mean, putting on the red. well, for Jurgen Klopp, we've always talked about the 7th season syndrome, which is hard at the various clubs where it's been. Well, I feel like he's on the path to breaking that myth at this point. Yes, it's a myth. I mean, look at him at Dortmund. I mean, flying high, and then the 7th season, things went gung-ho for him. He couldn't find answers, and that's exactly what is happening this season. This is the 7th season at Liverpool, but I feel like he has a big opportunity here to be able to break that jinx, in the sense that, number one, the owners are still backing him because they see what he achieved in the few years when he took over, in the first 6 years when he took over, and they believe that, you could still dig deeper and understand what makes things work in that space, in that year, and think of how to rejig the system or how to reinfuse those ideas back into the team at the moment to achieve what they achieved in the last 6 years. So he has the backing of the owners of Liverpool, which is something very good for him. But then I also think one of the issues that they've had is the intensity with which they've played in the last 6 years is catching up to the team. The Gengen pressing, how...
Maybe they press too much and they're now tired.
I wouldn't say that any such thing as pressing too much, but you can understand that the pressure and fatigue of having such intensive years back to back to back is always going to,
but isn't that what City has been doing?
Well, City...
Maybe they don't press that much, but they possess as well, and it's high energy.
Yes, but what about the kind of legs City has had? Investment, exactly. They look at the kind of players that Liverpool brought in when Mane left. You brought in a Diogo Jota. I mean, at some point, I thought Jota should fit seamlessly into that front three. I mean, how things were working for Liverpool before. There's also a Luis Diaz somewhere. But somehow, it looks like those players don't provide what he saw or what was available in when you align the front three of Mane, Firmino and Salah. And look at Salah himself. He signed a new contract, and then you're almost wondering what's gone wrong with Salah. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's very, very good. In fact, beyond good as a matter of fact. So I think it's a point where he has a golden opportunity to find a new identity, find a new style of play, for instance. I mean, I like to believe he's a manager who doesn't just depend on one approach. It's not just about the Gengen pressing. I mean, can you find something else that will fit into the quality of the squad that you have at the moment? I've not seen so much of Darwin Núñez. I mean, personally, I don't think he's done so well so far this season. But the young guy from Netherlands, he also got a goal yesterday. I'm trying to remember. Gakpo has had a very, very slow integration into the Liverpool team since he made the jump in January. I mean, there are handful of January signings who actually come very good. So I'm going to give him till at least when he has a proper preseason with Liverpool and see what starting afresh with them from the start of the season will be. But for Jurgen Klopp, he has a golden opportunity right about now to create a new identity around his team. If you want to go with flair, then go with flair. Okay.
One thing is certain, he's going to get his 8th season at Liverpool.
Yes,
no matter what, he will not be fired this season.
Yes,
so we'll see maybe what the 8th season syndrome will be. So that's what I'm
saying. I hope that 8th season would be like maybe season number 1 again for him. I mean, if he looks at it that way.
So you say 7 years for
exactly. Let's see if he can get if his brain can get beyond that block of the 7th season. So if you can look at season 8, okay, this is me starting afresh in this club. That's what I'm saying. He has an opportunity to create a new identity at this point, and let's see how far he goes with that.
Bolaji Ayolod on Facebook says the problem is midfield. Jurgen Klopp should go and buy creative midfielders. Nothing happens to the attacking and defense. Okay, you can keep your comments coming. We have some already, including the ones talking about the shortlist for the team of the season. Well, Mohamed Salah and Diogo Jota both scored twice as Liverpool claimed a first league win in 5 games by inflicting a second successive home hammering on Leeds United. who remain merged deep in a relegation battle. Remember, the Reds had not won since putting 7 unanswered goals past Manchester United at the start of March. But after a slow, we'll still stay in England before we go on this break. That's the one that is getting people to talk. The Premier League have released a 40-player shortlist for the team of the season. Starting with the goalkeepers, we have 5 nominees. Nick Pope of Newcastle United, Aaron Ramsdale of Arsenal, Alisson Becker of Liverpool, Ben Leno of Fulham, Kepa Arrizabalaga of Chelsea.
Where is David here?
Sorry?
Where is David here?
Is at home.
David De Gea has the most clean sheets of any goalkeepers in the Premier League this season. Why is he missing? In fact, I think he has the second or third number of saves. Why is he missing?
Okay, now for the defenders, we have Gabriel Magalhaes of Arsenal, William Saliba, Arsenal as well. I shouldn't be surprised. They're topping the table. Kieran Trippier of Newcastle, Sven Botman of Castle as well, Alexander Zinchenko, Arsenal, Thiago Silva, Chelsea, Lisandro Martinez, Manchester United, Ben Mee of Brentford, Luke Shaw, United, Christian Romero of Tottenham, Ruben Diaz of Manchester City. And in the midfield, Martin Odegaard, Arsenal, Kevin De Bruyne, City, Casemiro, United, Rodri, Man City, Bruno Guimaraes of Newcastle, Alexis McAllister of Brighton, João Palhinha of Fulham, James Maddison, Leicester. A Leicester City player making team of the season. Fighting
relegation, and there's no Thomas Partey.
Solimatch of Brighton, Kaoru Mitoma of Brighton, Rodrigo. Remember, Arsenal wanted to... I think it was Arsenal. They wanted to get him.
No, it wasn't Arsenal trying to get him.
Oh, it wasn't this guy.
No, it was Caicedo. Arsenal was trying to get Caicedo.
Yes. Rodrigo Bentancur of Tottenham and Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg of Tottenham.
Thomas Partey is missing. Why?
Is missing.
Why?
Another question mark. Attackers: Erling Haaland of Man City, no question. Bukayo Saka of Arsenal, Harry Kane, Tottenham, Gabriel Martinelli, Arsenal, Jack Grealish, Man City, Marcus Rashford, United, Mohamed Salah, Liverpool, Miguel Almiron of Newcastle, Oli Watkins of Aston Villa, Kai Havertz, Chelsea, Red Mahrez, Man City, and Darwin Núñez of Liverpool. Hold your thoughts for now. We will take a break now for some commercials. When we return, we get more.
Kids, how about we do some shopping for Ramadan? All right, so let's create a list.
Vegetable. Don't forget Mom's nourishment. 3 Crowns milk.
Yes, 3 tins of 3 Crowns milk.
No, 6.
You know what? Because it's Mommy, we'll buy 8 tins of 3 Crowns milk.
Moms are our treasures beyond measure. So treasure Mom with 3 Crowns milk this Ramadan. 3 Crowns milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
When you think of fruit juice and all the goodness that comes in it, think Chivita. It is many years of trust, quality, and all the goodness of fruit poured into one lovely pack with no artificial flavors, colors, and preservatives, specially made for you. And there is more to choose from. Whatever your preferences are, there is a Chivita for you. There is a Chivita for everyone. So, what's your Chivita?
Ìfẹ́ mi, ẹni lọ́jọ́ ìfúnni lábẹ́rẹ́ wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, pẹ̀lú abẹ́rẹ́ aládàágún fún ìdáàbòbò ara ẹni yìí, a lè ṣeré ìfẹ́ fóṣù mẹ́ta láìsí fòyòyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀.
Bí báwo?
Máa fa ẹran itan mi, máa sì gàbẹ́rẹ́ yìí sórí itan tí mo fà. Káde máa gbádùn ara wa lọ fóṣù mẹ́ta nìyẹn.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kẹ̀, ṣé èèyàn wà nínú ẹ̀?
Kò séwu ìfẹ́ mi, abẹ́rẹ́ tíntínní ni bí eléyìí.
Àkíkà, ó ti gun kódà ó mìíràn rárá.
Ṣé bí mo sọ fún ẹ?
Bó o bá fẹ́ lábẹ́rẹ́ aládàágún fúngbà àkọ́kọ́ lọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ ìlera fúngbà ní níyànjú. Fàlàyé nípa àwọn ọ̀nà mìíràn láti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ oyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀. Tẹ ẹ̀rìn èjì ọ̀kan lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lórí Airtel. Kó o dẹ̀ tẹ ọgbọ̀n tàbí kó o lọ sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára discoveryourpower.org. Ìpolówó yìí wá látọwọ́ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó ń bójútó ìlera ẹbí Society for Family Health pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó ń bójútó ètò ìlera.
For this Naija wey we dey so, say you no hold cash no mean say wahala dey o. You wan send money to Maale for Villa. Just use Momo. You want buy recharge card or data plus jollificate 15% bonus when you recharge? Just use Momo. You want pay for market where you buy? Just use Momo. You fit use Momo run plenty things without cash. As long as you get Momo account, no cash, no wahala. And it dey easy to open oh. Just dial *671# to open Momo account. Set your PIN, transfer money from your bank account inside your Momo account to make you fit dey pay for anything. Send and receive money sharp because life dey simple with Momo. You go jollificate 15% bonus anytime you recharge with Momo.
Mama, Papa, Bosca.
Olólùfẹ́ mi, ẹ ti dé. Báwo ni iṣẹ́?
Ó dára púpọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n orí fífọ́, ibà àti ara ríro ń dà mí láàmú.
Ní sùúrù ọkọ mi, jẹ́ kí n mú Bosca wá. Ara rẹ yóò yá kíá.
Bosca kẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o, Bosca jẹ́ ẹ̀yà paracetamol fún ìtura tó yá kánkán kúrò lọ́wọ́ orí fífọ́, ibà àti ara ríro. Ilé-iṣẹ́ Dexa Medical ló gbé Bosca jáde, èyí tí Orange Drugs Limited pín káàkiri. Kàn lo hóró Bosca méjì lára rẹ̀ bá yá lọ́gán. Ara mi ti yá, mo fẹ́ràn Bosca. Tí ara rẹ kò bá yá lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, lọ rí dókítà rẹ. Bosca, bọ́ lọ́wọ́ ara ríro.
Golden Penny Semovita is made from premium wheat and fortified with vitamins and minerals to give you an enjoyable sahur and iftar every day in Ramadan. Ramadan Kareem from Golden Penny Semovita.
Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ má jẹ́ kó wo náírà titun àti àìlègbówó yọ yín lẹ́nu. Hope wà lórí fóònù rẹ, ìfẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà wà ńlẹ̀. Torí náà, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fowó ránṣẹ́ sí màmá ńlé àbí láti ra owó ìpè fún Àbíkẹ́ láti fún oníbàárà lówó àbí tó oníbàárà bá fẹ́ fún yín lówó.
Hope wà lórí fóònù rẹ, ìfẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà wà ńlẹ̀.
Èèyàn mi, nọ́mbà fóònù rẹ ní nọ́mbà káàdì ATM àti nọ́mbà àkáǹtì rẹ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, gbádùn ayé ìrọ̀rùn pẹ̀lú Hope Wallet. Tẹ *569*9# lórí fóònù rẹ kó o sì yan Open Wallet. Tẹ àlàyé nípa ara rẹ síbẹ̀. Ló bá tán, o ti ṣí àpò ìṣúná rẹ nìyẹn. Hope PS Bank á wá fún ẹ ní ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà ṣáńgílítì. Hope àṣeyọrí. Hope Bank nígbà gbogbo.
Okay, so we're back on Sports Bank, and we're glad that you still stay tuned to the Integrity Station. So blessing forward. Yes. Now let's run the rules around this Premier League team of the season nominees. I mean, this is not the final list.
No.
But then again, there are some conspicuous omissions.
Yes, and
that is getting people to talk.
Yes, and the good thing is that it's just a 40-man short list, but fans still have to vote who makes the final team of the season. But I agree with many of the things people have been saying concerning this list, because I'm surprised like I said earlier on, what David De Gea is not doing in this team. He has the most save of any of this. He has the most save of the goalkeepers so far this season, and also with the midfield. Like I said, I'm wondering why Partey is not there. If you look at some of the good things that has happened to Arsenal this season, Partey has been very, very key to all of the good things going on in that midfield for Arsenal. So I'm surprised as well that he missed out on this list. And then the attackers, what in God's name is Kai Havertz doing on this list? Darwin Núñez, I feel he has no business being on this list as well. If you compare Darwin Núñez to Ivan Toney and Kai Havertz, Ivan Toney has been a better performer than both players this season.
Could it be about Ivan Toney's off-field issues?
I don't think that should be. I mean, if he still gets to play week in, week out, while he's still the issue is still pending sentencing investigation, whatever it's going on, it should never in any way diminish him being in this list. I mean, he has 19 goals or 18 goals, if I'm not mistaken, so far this season with 4 assists. Darwin Núñez has 5 goals and 3 assists, and Kai Havertz has 7 goals and just 1 assist. But both men made the list in the absence of Ivan Toney. I think that's a travesty as far as I'm concerned. And I think one other thing I'm wondering is why Brentford goalkeeper David Raya is also not on the list. Raya has the most saves of any goalkeeper in the Premier League this season. Questions?
He's already even made the Spanish
yes, made the Spanish team as well. So, I mean, all of this question, I'm wondering who came up with the list. I mean, what were the criteria that were used in the process to get all of these players? All of these questions going through my mind. But
well, the truth is that you're not going to have one list that will be acceptable to everybody.
But let me just.
Some are also complaining that Bruno Fernandes should
also be yes. Maybe I should just give you what my ideal 11 would look like going by that 40-man shortlist. I'm
going by the 40-man shortlist.
By the 40-man shortlist, I'm going to have Ramsdale in goal. In my defense, I'll have Lisandro Martinez, I'll have Saliba, I'll have Ruben Diaz, I'll have Kieran Trippier. In the midfield, I'll have Casemiro. I'll also have Martin Odegaard, and I'll have Kevin De Bruyne. And up front, I'll have Bukayo Saka, Erling Braut Haaland, and Rashford. No Hurricane. Sorry? No Hurricane.
Blessing.
No Hurricane.
Now beef I've been waiting.
It's not beef, no Hurricane.
Okay.
I don't think he's had a better season than in terms of influence, in terms of impacting games as much as those other three players up front. My personal opinion.
Great man King is still talking about Liverpool. Indeed, something is wrong with Liverpool. The seventh season syndrome is real. They should overhaul the midfield and get a creative midfielder. Okay, still taking more comments. Agubi Ade Sheriff, good morning. Smart Michael is saying, please, why was De Gea and Partey snubbed in the EPL Team of the Year shortlist?
Asking the same question.
And I beg, what Havertz and did you mean Romero or what?
Christian Romero of Tottenham
doing there. Well, Chidex Friday, good morning. Falai John is saying it is success failures to Liverpool, whatever that means. Okay, we move on. You can still drop your comments on Sports Bang this morning. In the Italian Serie A, it was a 1-1 draw between Fiorentina and Atalanta yesterday, while in the Spanish La Liga, Real Mallorca defeated Celta Vigo 1-0 away from home. Meanwhile, Barcelona president Joan Laporta has called out Real Madrid's hypocrisy in joining the petition against them regarding the Caso Negreira refereeing scandal. Barca president Laporta has criticized rivals Real Madrid for leading the campaign against Barcelona in their case against La Liga and the Spanish prosecution, who accused the Catalans of continued corruption in sports. Barca is currently facing legal proceedings in Spain concerning payments made to a company owned by former refereeing chief Enrique Negreira between 2001 and 2018 that totaled more than 7 million euros. The club has denied the allegations, with President Laporta holding a press conference to explain their dealings with the former La Liga refereeing chief. Well, this matter is not going away.
I'd love to hear from the
soon.
referee himself as well. I mean, I'd love to understand.
He's no longer a referee.
He's no longer a referee yet, but I would like for him to speak because it's I see a frantic effort.
Or whatever this.
Maybe because I see frantic effort from Laporta to keep telling us, to tell us no. So why would you even have a personal relationship with the referee to begin with? But you should understand
this guy is no longer a referee.
Yes,
he has a company that is consulting.
But you should understand that it is very, very okay for rivals to want to take advantage of the situation. That's exactly what Real Madrid is doing. If they were to be in Real Madrid's shoe, they would do more. They would do more. So, I mean, it comes to the territory. You should understand that.
Olutayo Balulu Arolo. Doesn't Ben White deserve a place on the list? Liverpool have been lukewarm. They're very hot today, and next match they're ice cold. I think they will be back next season because they have all the ingredients to be successful again. Keke Obuchigoze Walai. Kai Havertz shocked me.
I'm surprised.
Great Man King, okay, this is strong. Says English FA has scam. The omission of the air exposed them. Imagine Kai Havertz and Nunes making the list. Okeke is also backing Blessing, asking where is De Gea. We will take a break shortly to catch up with the BBC Premier League updates. Remember tonight in the Champions League, we are getting to the business end. I mean, where it matters, where the big boys
separated.
They've been separated a long time ago. If you are here, it means that you're solid. AC Milan, sorry?
It's just solid.
They've been solid in Europe.
Okay.
Real Madrid have been solid in Europe. Okay. AC Milan have been solid in Europe. Their season, their domestic season, notwithstanding.
Yes.
Well, okay, Napoli have been solid at home in their domestic league.
And also on the continent. They've been solid on the continent as well.
Well, now they're shaking.
I mean, it's the first time they've gotten to this stage of the Champions League.
But this is AC Milan. You would think that AC Milan that is struggling.
1-0 is not a scoreline that can't be overturned. Besides, AC Milan were playing at home. It's understandable. Now Napoli have a chance at home on their own turf. Victor Osimhen is back. I think this is the point where Spalletti and his boys have to really say that we are about our business. We are not a flash in the pan. And I think they will do that.
Okay. Blessing things, they will do that. But for AC Milan, they will be looking to become the first team to defeat Napoli in 3 different matches within a single season since Lazio in 1994-1995. The omens are good for Milan, with them having won their last 3 away matches against Napoli. Their joint longest winning run against them away from home. So we'll see what we count. And of course, for Chelsea, well, whatever you see, you take. I'm not sure a lot of Chelsea fans are optimistic about this one.
I don't think they should.
The Stamford Bridge these days doesn't mean much.
But then you know, to the 2020-2021 season, Chelsea went exactly how
the character in those teams.
Well, maybe it's a bit lacking this year, you can say. But I think that's where Lampard was coming from when he kept saying, special things happen at Stamford Bridge. It could happen. I keep mentioning again. Remember 2012 when they won at first time too.
In his days,
when they won for the first time, they went away to Allianz Arena. We thought they couldn't win. But for me, there's no way back for Chelsea here, especially from what we saw at the weekend. Brighton completing a double over Chelsea for the first time in, I think, their history, if I'm not mistaken. No way.
Okay, let's see. We'll take a break for the BBC Premier League update.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Hello, I'm Andy Barwell at the BBC Sports Centre. Monday night Premier League action saw Liverpool win 6-1 away at Leeds United, including 2 goals apiece for Mohamed Salah and for Diogo Jota. Well, Jota hadn't scored in 1,687 minutes before finding the back of the net in this game. The next goal came just 21 minutes later. Well, the BBC's Conor McNamara was at Elland Road.
And this was every bit as bruising for Javi Gracia's team as it sounds. It did take a while for Liverpool to get their first goal. It came 10 minutes before half-time, but from then on, they did not look back. Good night for Liverpool. They win by 6-1, but Leeds are in a big relegation battle now.
Yes, Leeds just 2 points above the drop zone. Liverpool are 3 points off the Premier League's top 6, but 9 off the top 4 and those Champions League qualification spots. Well, Chelsea will be looking to turn around a 2-0 deficit on Tuesday if they want to reach the semi-finals of this season's European Champions League when they host Real Madrid. Chelsea are also struggling 11th in the Premier League table, but interim boss Frank Lampard denies that the club is broken.
I think the word broken is a bit much, but we're not where we want to be. And that's clear. League position is a reality in the Premier League. We're 2-0 down in this game. So I think those things are just reality. We have to work against that and show in every way we can because we're in that moment. I don't think anything tomorrow will be better than winning the Champions League. I think for us, considering the result now, considering the team we're up against, because in our moment that we're in, we have to fight really hard to make it happen. So, of course, that would be special.
Yes, quite a task ahead for Chelsea to try and turn it around against Real Madrid. For more football news from the BBC, you can go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Okay, the home stretch. The FIFA Council on Monday confirmed Argentina as the host of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup 2023. And star boy Aruna Quadri will face Olympic champion and home favourites Ma Long today in the first round of the men's singles.
Game.
You want to play Chinese?
Tough
They are
game.
the best.
I wish I'm the best though.
I mean, even to be here. Shows Alpha is come.
Alpha is come, yes. Word number 11.
It is what it is. Blessing, we have to go.
Yes, we have to leave. Thank you very much. Looking forward to the Champions League games tonight, and I'm tipping Real Madrid to go through, maybe 3-0, 3-1 victory to them, and Napoli to win as well against AC Milan.
Blessing, Chelsea will shock you.
Shock absorber.
We've worked this morning alongside Dixon. Do have a fantastic Tuesday. Thank you for listening, and bye-bye.
Splash FM 105.5.
Your soul with acts of goodness this Ramadan. Start and end well with Peak Milk at Sahur and Iftar. Ramadan